sentiments, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, Scoop. Glad you made it. Where's your sidekick?
I don't know.
Okay, Commissioners meeting called to order. We have some service recognitions. We'll start out first. William Strong. Congratulate you on your 10 years of service to Susquehanna County. Bill, thank you for your services to the county. We appreciate your hard work and dedication. And let's see, who else we got here? Michelle Graziano, for 10 years of faithful service. Now I'll shake your hands and give you the bugs back. So, thank you again. And the other one is for Michelle Summers, and I don't think she's here. So, and she has, what was hers, 10 years also. So we will get that to her. We thank you for all their support and dedication to the county. Okay, item number 4.
I make a motion to approve item number 4 on the agenda.
Okay, I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall to recess the Commissioners' meeting and open the salary board. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 9:01 a.m. Salary board is called to order. Let's see, Hall, Arnold, and Treasurer Miller. Commissioner Warren is not here. She's at the state conservation meetings in Harrisburg. Now, let's see. Item 3.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the January 11th salary board meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Treasurer Miller to approve item 3, approve the minutes of the January 11th salary board. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So carried. Item 4.
Make a motion to, I'm so sorry.
Approve item 4.
To approve item number 4 on the agenda.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, seconded by Treasurer Miller to approve item 4 on the agenda, create the non-union position of the assessment clerk, range 11. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any public comment on the salary board? Not hearing any. Item 6.
I make a motion to close the salary board meeting, return to the commissioners meeting.
I'll second.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, seconded by Treasurer Miller to close the salary board, return to the commissioners meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And then 9:02. All right, item number 5.
I make a motion to approve item number 5 on the agenda.
Second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall, approve item 5 on the agenda, approve the minutes of the January 11th meeting. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 6.
Make a motion to approve item number 6 on the agenda.
I will second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall, approve item 6 on the agenda, the cash disbursements and the electronic payments. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye.
Aye. I make a motion for item number 7 on the agenda.
Motion by, I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall. Approve item 7 on the agenda, approve the following seminar request for minimum payments. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 8.
I make a motion to approve item number 8 on the agenda.
I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall, approve item 8 on the agenda to ratify and approve the hiring of Samantha Roselle of Montrose, the open full-time position of 911 dispatch trainee. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 9.
I make a motion to approve item number 9 on the agenda.
Motion, I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall to approve item 9 on the agenda to ratify and approve the hiring of Amanda Carney of New Milford to the open full-time position of 911 dispatcher training. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item
Make a
10.
motion to approve item number 10 on the agenda.
I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall to approve item 10 on the agenda and to ratify the termination of Paul Johnson from the Energy Management Operation. Questions or comments?
And that's because he has a new job now with the
No,
county?
he's no longer with the county.
Oh, he's no longer with the county?
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So carried. Item 11.
I make a motion to approve item number 11 on the agenda.
I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall to adopt the new tax claim bureau fee schedule for delinquent property taxes, recommended by Jason Miller, Tax Claim Bureau Director. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 12.
Make a motion to approve item number 12 on the agenda.
I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall, approve item 12 on the agenda to sign the purchase service agreements between Susquehanna County Children and Youth and Children's Service Center, Wyoming Valley. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 13.
Make a motion to approve item number 13 on the agenda.
I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall to approve item 13 on the agenda to sign the purchase service agreement between Susquehanna County Children and Youth and EHAB Human Services of Tunkhannock. Questions or comments?
Do you know how many children are in these programs at this time for our county?
Yeah, right now on 12 there's 3 and on 13 there's 2.
So 5 children.
Yep. And that's because we don't have any of these services in our county. That's the problem. All in favor?
Aye.
14.
Make a motion to approve item number 14 on the agenda.
I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, seconded by Commissioner Hall to approve item 14 on the agenda. Approve the contract with Palmetto Posting Incorporated of Spartanburg, South Carolina to design Susquehanna County specific system for service for posting of delinquent taxes, tax notices on the property in which delinquent ad valorem property taxes are owed. And this is also recommended by the tax claim Miller, I believe. So, questions or comments?
Now, why do you need this service if you didn't have it before?
We did the service ourselves, and it was too costly for us to do it, which means that we're going to increase the cost of the postings to the people. So by using this service, it's a more economical way to do it. It's a cost savings to the taxpayers as well as to the people that are getting their properties posted.
So when you say posting means what? They have to bring a notice to the house
You
and
got to
post
take a
it?
notice to the house, post it either on the house or depending on which notice it is on the property. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 15.
Make a motion to approve item number 15 on the agenda.
I'll second that. Motion by Commissioner Arnold, second by Commissioner Hall to award the bid for general excavating and contracting to Ken Rao Excavating in Montrose. Questions or comments?
And they're excavating, are they working for, what is this excavating?
They do. They're
Specific project?
basically they're a approved contractor for the year for the county. They do our bridge work and things like that. Clean out the streams under the bridges and do things like that.
Now, who did you have before this?
This company.
Same company?
This company, I think, has had it for many years now. They're the lowest bidder. And they're local.
Local people, yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Public comment. Go ahead, Vera.
I'd like to know if you have any information on the, I know weeks ago you mentioned something about attorneys reviewing the air ordinance of the new Milford Township, the proposed ordinance, and that any information that you can give us, what your attorneys felt about the air ordinance, and do you have a written appraisal from them that can be made public?
No, we have nothing yet. It's still under review. We have sent it to DEP as well as having our people look at it. We're still waiting for their responses.
And it's been how many weeks now that they've been reviewing
It's
it?
been a few.
Seems like several weeks.
It takes time. It's not the only thing they do, so.
And DEP hasn't responded either?
No, not yet.
And then the other question I have is, I was reading an article on the natural gas compressed gas fueling station. They call it a fueling station, or in Forest Lake Township that's being built right now. And in the article it mentions that there was a funding proposal of $176,000 in job creation tax credits to be distributed upon creation of new jobs with this company. Can you explain what these tax credits are?
I could not. My understanding that came from the governor's office, and they did that, so I don't know anything about it.
Well, here they're saying it's coming from the Pennsylvania Department of Community Economic Development. Isn't
Out
that
of the governor's office.
Is that the governor's office? That's not the group in Bradford County?
No.
And then it mentions that they gave $11,050 in WED net PA funding for employee training. So they're giving some kind of credits to train people for this company?
I guess. Again, that's all handled out of the state, it's got nothing to do with us.
So, okay, so you don't know much about that. I just want to mention too, this particular fueling station seems to be replacing the need for some of the new pipelines that are being installed. So they're making this station, and do you know where they happen to be going? They said they're going to New York. And what companies they're servicing? They're taking compressed gas up into New York.
I don't know who they're servicing. I know that, from what I've heard, they're supposed to be going into New York or New England, so that's all I
But you
know.
don't know the specific companies. And who would know that, do you know? If we
I
wanted to
guess you
find-
could call the company and ask them.
And besides them, anybody else? Would the state know?
Maybe the governor's office.
Maybe the governor's office, or this particular office maybe. And they're building over there, so if they're replacing possible pipelines, if the pipelines do come in, the next ones, what will be the use of this company? They're spending millions, so will they become obsolete in a way, or and they're investing?
Well,
so much-
I would assume that if you put enough pipelines in the ground, you won't need to truck it up the highway. I'd
That's what I
rather
would-
see,
that's
I
what
don't
I
know
would
about
think.
you, I'd rather see a pipeline in the ground, see 300 bombs driving up the highway.
Well, right now they're having, about 100 bombs, which is tractor trailers, carrying the compressed gas from Forest Lake, which is a lake community, and it's right next to homes. It's on North Road and Lake Road. And there was all kinds of residential protests, and they weren't able to stop it. And it's on the way also to the school, to the Choconet School. They're gonna be driving past up North Road and Route 267 and past Choconet School, like where my granddaughter goes. And that's 24/7, 100 trucks a day, and day and night. So we have this additional traffic, and who knows what that'll entail or what that could do. And the homes right next to this property are now up for sale. People have protested in areas where some are selling their homes. And one home across the road, the Russell home, was bought by the company. And they're using it for their offices and bathroom facilities. So those who are in the other homes that are next to it are hoping, of course, that maybe the company might buy them out because they're not able to sell. Who wants to be next to an industrial site that's on 10 acres? With the lights, the noise, the trucks. So if we don't get the pipelines, they're probably gonna build more of them in our county. Right?
Possible.
I would think in this
Oh, anything's
area.
possible.
Anything's possible. So,
Anybody else got anything?
Thank you.
Okay, motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.